Inner Game Fitness is a model explaining the high performance principles of flow so we can more consistently achieve our personal best desires and to be in the zone. Inner Game Fitness explains our relationship to outer reality and how this can affect us in achieving our desires and the possible pressure from social media and friends, all this outer reality stuff. So in today's video, we're going to look at the Inner Game Fitness model, and then we're going to finish with the 4 principles of Inner Game so that we can look at what drives your own success. So let's firstly define the 4 components of our inner game. They are our emotional body, our thought body, physical body, and our unconscious body, also known as our subconscious body, which contains our beliefs and inner programming, which really controls a lot of the interplay between these different bodies. So the health and fitness of these bodies determines our level of performance in sport, our level of flow, hence our emotional fitness, thought fitness, physical fitness, and unconscious fitness. So why is this so critical? The fundamental relationship is how dependent our inner game is on our outer reality. It's a core determinant of ultimate level of performance success. So if a match score is set point, do we tighten up and lose? And also social media posts of other people, do they really cause anxiety or get us down and so forth, or affect our reality? And the influence of friends and families and so forth, is that a undue pressure that is not positive, for example? So good inner game fitness is when we have the self-belief and self-esteem, providing the mental strength so we're not needy, dependent on our outer game or our outer reality influences for validation. So we're more resilient. We have the desire and self-esteem internally. So we can observe outer reality without it controlling us. So we can influence some aspects of the outer reality and without actually controlling it. So the foundation layers are our emotional body, our physical body, all driven by our unconscious body. So those are the foundation bodies, and the thoughts are like a TV screen. So our thought fitness in the head is determined by our foundation layers, which really influence and create our thoughts and the TV picture, so to speak. So we can change channels and adjust what's going through our head by influencing our foundation layers, which is where the biggest power is. So that is the outcome, thought fitness, and what we're showing on our TV screen. So the foundation creating these thoughts, as shown by the well-known book, The Inner Game of Tennis, that self 1 and self 2, there's this conversation, oh, you're a stupid idiot when you miss a shot and so forth. So this is an important influence, is our foundation bodies, on creating the self 1 and the self 2, the self-talk that's going on in our head, or voices that are going on in our head, is another way of talking about it. So let's look to put all this together and how it impacts us. If we're starting in the center, we've looked at the inner game and the different fitness levels in thoughts and emotions, and to achieve flow, it's having a good awareness without being attached to all of those elements. So that's where there's a flow. But ultimately we want detached awareness, which is of the outer reality. So we're aware of the tennis score, our opponents, the match results, the weather, and all these things, but we're detached from those controlling us. They may be able to influence us, but it's all feedback. And on the left, the inner focus is on our game plan, staying relaxed, and the breath, so we are connected and flowing internally. So that's our focus, so that we are able to achieve our personal best and look at being in a peak. So we can observe any of these different inner bodies without them controlling us, which is we're going to look at in a moment with the principles. So the summary is the different level of inner game fitnesses determines our flow, and initially, or the basic level, is often separation, disconnection, struggle, fight, individuality and isolation of the different bodies without the integration of our thoughts and emotions and physical. But we aim to activate each body for flow. as before sport, we do our physical fitness warm up. We want to activate our emotional body too, so that we're aware of our emotions and thoughts, and we're wanting to get peak performance there. So let's look at the 4 principles that explain these, how to really be smart in our inner game fitness. The first is to observe our outer reality without empowering it. We decide whether the other people's opinions are valid, and whether we accept them in the inner game or not. It's the same with the match score and what opponent's doing. We observe it, but we don't let that empower and take over our reality if we trust our inner. The second one is detach from attachment to fixed outcomes to stay open. Often there's a insecurity or unmet need. We might be seeking something in the outer world in certain things, but if we stay open to possibilities and open to the right outcome or education will occur, then we don't get attached to clinging to certain goals, and which can lead us off track from staying open to all possibilities. The third is to observe our inner bodies without being their reaction. So when we're seeing thoughts or emotions, then we know that they're not consuming us, they're not us. We can observe them, and they are an aspect of us, which is an important part. And then the fourth one is growing an inner game trust and esteem is important rather than seeking it from our outer reality. So rather than looking to others to make us feel good or to complete us, we want to build that inner game self-esteem and confidence and trust so that we're resilient and able to handle all circumstances. So that's the inner game fitness principles of how to achieve peak performance and flow. If you want to know more, go to innergamefitness.com.